Hey everybody, it's Victor. It's time another run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Tuesday, Mosh Pit. We are 6 away from the randomizer theme week happening. And yes, I have caught up on the like. Thank you all very much for all the support. I hope you had a great weekend. Let's hop on into it. But first off, here's your amazing artwork of the day submitted here. First time submitter on the Invictus subreddit by Matt Steele Artworks. Title thread was, well, it was an entire sentence, but I'm going to read it anyway. Hey, Mosh Pit. First time posting here, but been playing Isaac and watching Sin play for almost a decade now. I'm a professional tattoo artist that I share some of my Isaac flash pieces I drew up today. Would love to hear what y'all think. These look amazing, absolutely stunning. And if I ever need an Isaac tattoo or just another tattoo in general, I'll let you know. Matt Steele Artworks. So check it out on the Invictus subreddit if you want to see the full resolution version as always. And thank you all very much. The memes have been flying. There's been a lot of tattoos, obviously, but the memes are starting to come in. Foxtrot Whiskey, Juliet Yankee, Juliet 1, November Mike. We've got Elsa's hairstyle. Curse of Darkness. We also have Infestation 2, which is great. And okay, let's say goodbye to all of our HP, but honestly, totally worth it for 9 lives. Now, newer players would look at that and be like, that is insane. Why would you give up 3 HP for nothing? Well, it's easy to feel that way, and I remember the first time I ever picked up 9 lives, it was very, very, very early on in my Isaac career. And I was like, this is the worst item in the game. Why would you ever want to give up so much HP for what? Not lives? That's dumb. But obviously, as you get better at the game, you'll understand that lives are insurance, obviously. It opens up a world of avenues. We can use Damocles. We can do all sorts of crazy stuff with them. And it's just a resource is what it comes down to. When you start looking at lives and insurance policies in Isaac as more resources than just contingency plans, then you start to kind of unlock that next part of your brain and be like, okay, I see what you're cooking. I'm buying what you're putting down. I'm selling what you're picking up. Anyway, I'm gonna bomb here just so we can get this reverse tarot card because I don't really care honestly about the pill. We get a reverse Emperor card, which is interesting. The only thing I really, really, really want here is going to be the Soul Heart. Reverse Emperor card is gonna give us a second boss, which is gonna be taken from the boss pool on the next floor beyond where we are. So it's gonna take it from basement 2 essentially, and it's probably gonna be Monstro. But we don't know. We'll see. Infestation 2, by the way, is an item that will cause blue spiders to pop out of any slain enemies. And it's a very, very strong support item. And then we're also starting, of course, with Mom's Bottle of Pills, which I don't really care about. It would have been nice if we had a bomb here for this, not only for this fight, but also this Tinted Rock. We could really just kill 2 birds with 1 bomb here, but unfortunately we can't. So we got to be a little bit careful with Steven. It's not Big Steven that's the problem. It's Little Steven that's the problem. And because of clown physics, he's just going to kind of jostle around and just kind of make weird moves and odd angles. So you just got to be prepared. Also, of course, you have the death rattle of both of them. Both of them do death rattles, so don't get taken by surprise by that. Give him plenty of space. Obviously, we don't care about Little Steven, so let's go. Yeah, let's just go fight the extra boss. It's going to be Gertie. So I take that back. It doesn't take it from the next floor. Well, technically, it's the next area, which in this case would be, it looks like Flooded Caves. So at least we know that there's Flooded Caves in our future. Green Gertie is usually not the one you have to worry about, except when Pooters just decide to be invisible and shoot through her. And with this starting stats, our Tears rate's great. Tears rate's great. Damage is dookie. It is poo-poo. I don't know if we can actually come back into this room if we die. I'd prefer not to die. Not because I care too much about the life, but I just don't want to lose out on the possible extra boss item here. But I don't know how Gertie is managing to heal. Why does it feel like that we've done less damage to her in the last 30 seconds than we have the entire fight? Gotta get rid of these Pooters. Gotta get rid of these nubs, too. Easier said than done when we don't have a lot of shot speed. More damage. Also, by the way, giving us a champion, it was only a matter of time, dude. I don't think we can get back in there. Oh, we can get back in there. Okay. That's the only way we could do it, though, would be to do that, what we just did. It's only a matter of time in this fight with how many pooters that she's just spawning over and over and over again with this level of damage. I love how things are just behind her. Yeah, giving us a green champion here is kind of BM there, game. Not gonna lie, this was an extra boss spawn from a reverse Emperor card. Why are we getting a green champion? Kind of lame there, game. Again, only a matter of time. We're not gonna be able to beat this boss. Straight up, we will not be able to beat this boss. Not with these stats. We've run into an impossible to beat Gertie. I mean, look at this. This is ridiculous. This might be the most ridiculous first floor boss I think I've ever seen. That's saying something, because I've seen some ridiculousness. Even if somehow we do get past Gertie, we got to get past the 4 billion nubs that she's just spawned. She can't even spawn anymore. She's broken. She's run out of spawn space in this room. She literally can't spawn anything else. The game broke itself. Big half heart there. I mean, that's one of the most ridiculous first floor encounters I've ever seen. Of course, I wasn't banking on her not spawning anything, but the game's so broken it broke itself. There we go. We did get a Tears upgrade and a shot speed upgrade, thankfully. So, was it worth it in the end? I mean, it took us 7 minutes to get here, but you know, we're here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this. I'm gonna take this soul heart. And honestly, you know what would have helped us out a whole lot in that fight, little Steven? Yeah, that would have helped up a whole lot. Okay, we're only now just getting to Cellar 2. I felt like we've just gone through a total of about 5 floors at once. If we get rid of this one soul heart, we'll be able to get into the boss trap room, which could lead to another boss upgrade. Very happy that we at least got a Tears upgrade, but we need to get some damage here. Shot speed is also now back on point. There's D-Bizzle there. The OG. The OG D-Bizzle. Unfortunately, one bomb can't cover both of these chests, so that would be nice. I'm not going to use our only bomb just for Deadbird. I do like Deadbird, but we might have a better play somewhere. So we have to. You always have to kind of weigh your options and evaluate the situation you're in. What? Just hit us there? Is there a spider that just slunk by or something? That's what the infestation spiders are good for, usually, is to stop the mully booms. Except in this case, of course. And we cannot not afford to get a devil deal here. We need all the devil deals, so... Now we have one bomb. As long as we don't take damage against Fruity Plum, which is pretty much always guaranteed for me. But if we can take her out without taking any damage whatsoever, we can take a devil deal item, and then if we have to, we can do what we do against Gertie, which is just bomb our way back into the room. But it's going to cost us a life, though. There we go. Little Steven helping us out there. We did get our devil deal. So we maxed out on tears already. And this is definitely not a... this is not a deal that I need to use any lives for, but I will take the nail, of course. Now, I'm not going to use the nail yet. And the reason being is because I want to go into the boss trap room and hopefully get a movement speed upgrade, a damage upgrade. I mean, this is the room right here that we'll use the nail in, because the nail also gives you the stompy effect, which is nice. And a soul heart to boot. Well, half of the soul heart. Don't know if we actually needed... I don't know if we actually needed Mr. Dolly here. I was hoping that we were going to get some soul hearts out of it, but just one is kind of lame. I'm not using the nail deliberately here. Again, I want to use it for the stompy effect. I could have just offed Isaac and then just came back in here and grabbed the soul heart, but a little bit lazy. Just a little bit. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. All right. Looking for crawl spaces here. The 2 chests that we opened were not worth it so far. Hoping that we get a crawl space, get a good black market. We do get D-Bizzle out of here, so that's definitely worth it. I've saved you, D-Bizzle. Okay, so there's nothing doing there. This is another good nail room. All these pots, but let's go check the shop, see if there's anything worthwhile. There's not. We could buy the soul heart, but nah. We should have plenty of protection here. So now I'm going to go for the secret room, which I know is here, based on these 2 pots. And we get 2 bombs. We can... let's hold on to the bombs. Hold on to the bombs. We can get into the super secret room on the next floor, or regular secret room, whatever. Curse the Unknown. There's a library here. Yep. One day we'll get a room that's just a reward, and not something that the player has to be punished for in order to get it. Hey Tyrone, I got a great idea for our next room. All right, let's hear it. We'll give the player 4 item pedestals to choose from, and he can take every single one if he wants to. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, but let's make sure we put spikes in front of them, just to make sure they have nothing good coming out of there. We gotta make him pay for it. Sounds perfect. Print it. The station clearing up. We get Bird Cage now. Super Secret might be there. Ooh. Now, Hive Mind, you got my attention. We get Hive Mind here with Infestation 2. We're going to be doing some buku damage to things. Even if we don't necessarily do buku damage ourselves. That's going to increase the damage multiplier that we get from our Infestation 2 spiders and all flies as well. Also counts towards Beelzebub, which is nice. So with Hive Mind now, essentially what we're doing is we're just double dipping on our damage. And that's going to be even more damage that we can end up plowing into a boss or just helping us with room clear, that sort of thing. To get out of that doorway because we were about to get tuned up by death rattles. Yeah, we got lucky that the toadstool didn't do its usual pattern. Super secret room is above here, by the way. I know that because I've seen this room a million billion times. Yep. I hate having to go back and clearing one big room just to have a full charge on the boss. But in this case, I think it's worth it because we want the HP out of the nail. And we just need damage. Remember, the more damage that we do, the more damage our spiders are doing as well. Which ultimately is going to help us in the end, so... Gotta do it. Gotta suck up and do it. Now, it would be wise for us to go into the curse room with us having a guppy item, but with it being Curse the Unknown, I don't want it to cost a whole bunch of lives. And chances are it's probably not going to matter a whole lot. I'd rather just keep this. I'd rather keep the HP and just get a guppy transformation from just the usual way, which is just devil deals. But in order for us to do that, we need to have HP. HP to spend and also to not die from. We take a devil deal. Leftover HP is what I'm talking about. It's been a very active bighorn. Okay, speaking of HP, we get HP. Along with the Soul Heart. And there's the Satanic Bible for the second time on this floor. Lucky us. Yeah, I don't really want any of these, to be honest. Maybe a little Brimmy, I guess. I'll take a little Brimmy. Curse the Maze. The reason why I took Little Brimmy is just because I wanted to have some kind of piercing shots, and honestly, he's going to do more damage than we are right now. So Infestation 2 can still spawn off of him killing things as well, which is nice. One Soul Heart for a Curse Room. Not worth it in my opinion. Just got shuffled straight to the boss. That's the second time a spider has just completely sidestepped every single shot that we've done. If we get a damage upgrade, it's going to be massive. And no, I'm not talking about Sty. And a Krampus fight. Looking for Baby Bender. King Baby would be amazing. At least we got Lump of Coal. Okay. Definitely cannot afford to not go into item rooms right now, so... There you go. Lump of Coal. It's not a damage upgrade on paper, but it is still a damage upgrade because we're going to be dealing more damage. It just doesn't count towards our spider damage because it doesn't change our stats in any way. But it does change the amount of damage that we deal with farther away shots. Which is nice. Secret room's here. Or not. Wow. Surprising. And we've done a reverse all clear here. Seeing every single nook and cranny of this level except the one we want, which is the shop and the item room, which are undoubtedly next to each other here. Especially after seeing this room. Or this is just the most giant hallway I think I've ever seen. What? What is this tower? This tower map that we're on right now? This looks like some kind of floor plan out of Blueprints. Look at this. It's just dead end after dead end on the sides, and then one unimpeded hallway. go. Oh, there's no reason for us to go check out the shop because we don't have enough money to get anything in there anyway, so... All that for fruitcake? No, thank you. Even though our tiers are maxed out, it's still not worth it. I'm going to go check the curse room. And, yeah. Wanted to show you how right I was. Reason why curse rooms are not worth the gamble. You pay 1 bomb to get 2. I think it's a good idea. Gain 1 singular bomb out of this. All right. Ready for some damage upgrade to your game. We got the tiers. We need the damage. Stay in the swarm of our infestation spiders here to keep us safe. And even with Hive Mind, there's still, it's taking multiple spider hits just to take down a regular Cubone. That's how low our damage is. It's not good. My God. I'm glad that we got Sty. At least Sty is something, but it's still not going to help us out on paper anyway. It's another one of those tier effects that just doesn't affect our spider damage at all. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's good. No Never Again means that we don't have to worry about ever seeing another spacebar item, which might be slightly counterintuitive because it does remove Guppy's head from it. From the pool. But what? I have no idea what just happened there. I heard the mom hand, we got hit, and then the room was over. Inner Eye's kind of whatever. Or Evil Eye, I should say. Inner Eye is great. Evil Eye is just kind of, yeah, you know, it gives you an extra shot that procs with an extra eye that deals a little bit of damage on contact. It's good if you have piercing shots or a really high rate of fire. Like that right there. But you really need a high luck rating in order for you to proc it just non-stop and just have a bunch of extra eyes just doing a whole bunch of damage. And we've done another full clear here. All right. As you would expect. Still don't really have enough money to make the shop worthwhile. The room should be here. Gonna bomb it just for the devil deal's sake. Okay. Honestly, I thought that angel fetus was going to die there, but apparently not. I got to remind myself just how absolute garbo our damage is currently. Like, just imagine this run if we had even double the amount of damage, 5.6. We would be in so much better waters. Mom's key is definitely worth bombing for here. Get 2 keys and improved chests. Yep. Got the full charge ready to go, and it's going to be Gish. Yikes, dude. And trying to get max range here as much as we can, just to squeeze out every inch of damage we can possibly get out of this build. All right. It's make or break time here, game. If we don't get a significant damage upgrade here, this is going to be a very quick run. Because this is, I mean, I can't do much with the stats that we've been given here. Willpower can only take you so far. You gotta get a little bit of assistance. Secret room might be there, but we don't have a bomb to check, and I'm not gonna commit to that yet. The bomb. Again, I'm still not gonna commit to it because there still definitely could be other places in the map. The secret room could be. The fool card there. Again, not worth the bomb, especially with us not going, not getting to boss rush. It is worth a nail though. Nail's been doing a pretty good job at keeping us somewhat stable on our HP. Lord knows it's not been our killing power. And honestly, MVP so far, Infestation 2 Hive Mind. Wombo combo there. We get Ares, which is finally a stat up that isn't tears, but we're not going to be able to really utilize Ares all that much. It's just a movement speed buff right now. Good shot by Brimstone. Nice little shot there. Ended rock in that room. This is worth a couple bombs, in my opinion. We get the Nickelback refund, and then we also get a Tinted Rock. This is Depths 2, so we're unlikely to get any other stores for us this run. Okay. And again, the charges are going to work out perfectly where we will have a full charge ready to go for Mom. All right, 73% chance. Here we go. Again, notice how I prioritize the furthest most target I can. Nailed the 73% double deal chance, and yeah, that's been this run in a nutshell. We definitely have been putting ourselves up in a position to succeed, but the game is just not giving in. And it could be worse though, right? Like at least we have max tiers, so at the soft cap anyway. No, my patience is out for this. I'm out. It could be a lot worse. We could have these stats and no tiers raid either. The grass is always greener, etc., etc. Now we could utilize Ares here to deal a little bit of damage, but our movement speed is so low right now that it's going to take a while for Ares to build up, and by the time we do, it's probably already too late. We won't be able to kill anything with it. Another dead end here, all right. Mom's key is yet to produce us anything out of the chest we've opened. And we've gone to another dead end. Right. Yep, right there is the reason why I decided to go for Little Brimmy. Helping us out when our damage can't. No, we're not doing that again. The answer is no. Is an emphatic, absolute no. This is a slight waste, but I don't really care. We have plenty of bombs now. Lots of bombs. Whole smorgasbord of bombs. There's usually a Tinder Rock in this room, and there is this time, and it did not give us a soul heart. There you go. Nail makes us fight pretty easy. Just get rid of all the rocks. There's another tinted rock in here, actually. Right there. And it gave us a golden chest. And an eternal heart in it. We get a damage upgrade. Hallelujah, brother. Mother, father, sister Mary, and George. Holy. I will take Dark Prince's crown, even though I don't think it's going to activate anytime soon, but you never know. Well, actually, it will. We will, because we have that Eternal Heart. There we go. All right. We've got some semblance of damage here. We get our first damage upgrade in the entire game, and it took us all the way, get ready for it, to 4.18 on Womb 2. Oh, man. That is... This is the game preparing us. We're going to see some crazy stuff happen tonight on the YouTube stream. This is what it feels like. Prepping us for some kind of craziness, some kind of shenanigans going on. If you want to join in on the shenanigans, don't forget, everybody, tonight on YouTube, starting usually between 5 to 6 p.m. Central. Sometimes I get wrapped up in doing other things, and gotta take care of it. But I'm usually live by 6, but most of the time 5. Central, and that's 6 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern, and also 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on YouTube. Make sure you have the notifications turned on. Every Tuesday stream is always a riot. It's always a lot of fun. Everyone getting pulled into the mosh pit on Discord, give away lots of stuff, and just have a good old time playing Isaac and occasionally other games. I think we played a little bit of RuneScape last time. And we have successfully gone through an entire run without ever seeing another Guppy item. We did it. The crab has moved. I repeat, the crab has moved. Still grinding away on the crab, the gemstone crab. And I probably really outgrinded myself in terms of where I need to be versus playtime. But honestly, if I can leave RuneScape just running while I'm recording or streaming or whatever, it gives me some kind of goal to latch onto, you know? Like, I don't know what happens if and when I ever hit 99 in these stats. I know I'm a long way off of that. But it's nice having a goal. It keeps your mind focused. It may not be all that entertaining. It may not be even that difficult, but at least you have some kind of purpose that you're going for, right? Same thing can be held true for Isaac as well. And I try to tell people this all the time. Make goals in your Isaac runs. Make goals. Go for little mini objectives. You know, can we clear the next room without taking damage? If we can, okay, let's see how long we can do that until we do take damage. Then try to break that. You know, how many how many shots can I... What's the fewest amount of shots that I can use to beat this room, this upcoming room? That sort of thing. It's silly as that sounds. You'd be surprised how much that keeps you focused. Trust me, I ain't just whistling Dixie over here. Set goals as a gamer. No matter what game you're playing, you're going to find yourself improving on every aspect. At D-Bizzle and D-Chisel. And maximizing the range here for Lump of Coal. I don't actually know if our shots were hitting Isaac there or not. They may have been landing right at his feet. Yeah, they definitely were, because those shots were landing and we almost killed him there. All right, we finally get piercing shots here, which I will take, and we're just gonna ignore the rest of it. All right, Hermit card, do us a solid. It took us somewhere, I don't know where. I don't know how we didn't get hit by that grub. He just pooped out right there. And using the nail here just to try to accumulate HP. That was an exploding psychic shot. Weird. The real question is, are we going the right way or are we going the wrong way? Are we going towards the boss or away from it? This feels like we're going away from it. Judging based off of where we started on the map. Yeah, this feels like this is the right way here. I can't believe that Lust didn't die. Glitter bombs. What? I don't know what's going on with the maps. The map size in this run? The map sizes in this run? I mean, this is the second, like, tower that we've seen. That's a massive chest there. So we are going to get the dub. It wasn't without its hurdles. But I got to say that, honestly, if we don't have Infestation 2 Hive Mind in this run, this goes way different. Especially if we didn't have Infestation 2. So 9 lives ended up not mattering at all. It got us into a second attempt against Gertie. That was about it. And we never saw another Guppy item. Or really any quality double deals. Little Brimstone was a big help, though, so look at Evil I go. That's just with a little bit of positive luck. So either way, though, we'll go ahead and take it. Would have been nice if we had a little bit of extra damage or backstabber, especially with the piercing shots. Too little, too late. But we'll take the W here on Tuesday. Don't forget, everybody, tonight, starting at 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Central, around there, you can find me live here on YouTube. Make sure you ring the notification bell. And, of course, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe, as our chat is only subscribers, for subscribers only. But, of course, you can also join the Discord if you're a member here, or, of course, as a Twitch sub or a Patreon member. And thank you for all the support. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. As always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to patrons of mine like Coben Lecker and Dina. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.